Alright lads, so tomorrow morning we should be getting the new 7th anniversary teaser trailer. That should be happening, not confirmed, but what is confirmed to be coming out tomorrow morning is the lifelong desire summon a 1000-year blood war rerun banner featuring Lille, Nanao, and Gremmy. Alongside those three characters, we also have 1000-year blood war round 2 and also 1000-year blood war round 5. And normally this would be a before you summon video where we highlight some of the good characters in this banner, but realistically lads, if I'm being truthfully honest, don't summon. Now, if you watch my past videos when it comes to 1000-year blood war characters, you're going to be hearing me repeat myself quite a bit here, but essentially, if you are new to the game and you are wondering if you should summon this banner, if you're new, it doesn't have to do with the first two steps, because the first two steps is actually discounted, you know, 150 and 200 obs. Maybe do those two if you really want to, but personally, I don't even recommend going to step 5. It's just not worth it. Now, it's not that the banner's bad. It's not that the banner's bad. It's not that this banner, like, features any bad characters per se. There is definitely some value to be had here, but as I've mentioned multiple times in the past on this channel, is that 1000-year blood war banners are the biggest waste you could spend your obs on. Honestly, you're better off summoning on premium banners than these banners, and that's a hot take, I know. And the reason for that is because Caleb already confirms that we are going to be getting new 1000-year blood war characters when we get the anime, and that is coming out in October. So when we do get new 1000-year blood war characters, and we start getting these like exciting final arc characters, we're going to be getting some big OP characters in their 1000-year blood war designs. I can't personally wait for it, and I'm sure it's the same for you lads. When we get those banners, and we don't know how frequent these potential 1000-year blood banners are going to be when the anime does drop, because we've never had a situation like this where we had an anime running alongside, you know, the game, right? So it's something that we don't really know how to prepare for, because we don't know if we're going to get a 1000-year blood banner every 3 months. Are we going to get one every single month? Like, we just don't know. So you want to make sure you have as much obs for those banners, and that's something I definitely recommend saving for after the 7th anniversary is finished. But when that does happen, who do you think are going to be the fillers? It's not going to be premiums, it's not going to be Safwi, it's going to be these characters. So in the future, when we get 1000-year blood war banners, these are going to be the fillers. And personally, if you want to be smart with your orbs, would you rather pull for someone like Gremmy or Lille now, when they're the main banner characters, or would you rather wait a couple months, and then you could potentially pull in for someone like a new Yuha, a new Yamamoto, Ichigo, in their 1000-year blood war designs, really OP characters, and then these characters are fillers? Personally, I'd rather wait. Because right now, there's just no reason to summon on these banners, right? We know when we start to get manga characters in the future, these characters are going to be the fillers. We see that exactly now with Safwi banners. Every Safwi banner that comes out, Spirits Are There With You, Can't Feel on World are the fillers, and a lot of people have these characters duped out because they keep coming back. And we're going to see the exact same thing with these particular characters. And the less characters you have right now, let's say you own no characters from this particular banner, you skip it, in a couple months' time, all these characters reappear again once more in a banner alongside 3 new 1000-year blood war characters, well then now you're missing the entire pool of characters, and anything you get there is going to be new. If you pull now though, these characters will come back, and you will pull them, and instead of getting a new character, 125 orbs, then you're getting a dupe that you might not even need. So personally, just from the get-go, I do recommend most people skip, but for those that want to still know my opinion on these particular characters, let's quickly go through it. Now, first thing to keep in mind is that this banner will be available from the 23rd of July at 8 in the morning. Again, that's basically tomorrow morning, and will last until the 30th. The second this banner does leave is when we do get our end of the month banner, which should be a swimsuit banner. Now, the great thing, again, once more, besides the fact that I said you should be skipping this banner, if you are deciding to summon, please wait until the 27th, because if you do that, you will then know a bunch of things, a bunch of information that will make your decision better if you decide to summon on this, or if you decide to save for an upcoming banner. Because tomorrow morning, when this banner does drop, we should also be getting the 7th anniversary teaser trailer, which should give us an insight, a little hint, hopefully, on what the 7th anniversary theming will be in terms of the characters, whether it's going to be the TLA arc, 1000-year blood war, and more originals, what character is going to be. We should potentially get our hint tomorrow morning when this banner does drop. So if you do wait till the 27th, you should potentially know what the anniversary could be, and at the same time, we're going to get the next set of epic raid bonuses confirming who are going to be returning for the month of July. So at the very least, lads, if you do decide to summon on this banner, wait until the 27th where we know all the information possible, so then you can make a better decision if you want to summon for this banner, say for anniversary, summon for swimsuits, or summon for whatever banner is going to be rerunning sometime next month. Looking at the banner characters though, these are your 9 featured characters, so break them down real quick. Now is a Heart Soi Fon with the Espada kill ability. She has a pretty good kit, a decent damage output by 20% Berserker, but her main usage is to be used in the ranged Espada week of Guild Quests. Having said that, you could bring it into the melee week if you do need a booster, because right now she's basically the best booster for that particular Guild Quest week, and personally, even though I don't use her now, which you can use her, she's actually still very good, definitely one of the better ones in the entire banner, her main usage is to be used in the ranged Espada week of Guild Quests. Gremmy is a character that's actually pretty decent, again 20% Berserker, so nothing too high in terms of damage output, but in terms of actually being a good character, yeah, you can definitely use him. Again, good strong attacks, decently enough damage output, has also the revive mechanic on Assault Bomb, and also does have immunity to every stat armor possible, so he can definitely be used in even today's meta compared to some of these newer characters. Obviously, you do want to get more dupes of him to make him more worthwhile, but someone I can definitely see myself using if I ever did want to use him. Personally, he's not my favorite character in the game, so that's why I don't really use him all too much, but yeah, honestly, not too bad. And the same thing goes for Lille. Lille's biggest downfall nowadays is that he doesn't have any stats on him. That's only for inheritance trials. If you get dupes of him, you can definitely make him work, but anywhere else, he's a great character, right? Now, Dookie Manti actually is a really good kit, that being a beam forward SA1, a distant SA2, and a full screen SA3, Havoc plus 20% with a 40% Berserker, and also does have hidden enemies. He's overall a very good character. Honestly, one of the best power characters in the game. It just comes to inheritance trials because he doesn't fit any stats, and you really don't ever use him here, but doesn't mean he's bad. He's actually quite solid. And unfortunately, I can't really say the same thing about the rest of the characters. 1000-year Blood War Aizen, upon release, wasn't even that good, and nowadays, I've actually spent a lot of oil for this particular character, and unfortunately, he's never used him. Now, that's maybe because he has no strong attack damage output whatsoever. He does have Frenzy +1, but these characters came out right before characters started to get Berserker, and also Frenzy +1, so in terms of the damage, him and the other characters we're about to talk about are lacking quite a bit, do understand that. So these are characters that you do want to get dupes of sometime in the future to make them more worthwhile when it comes to the damage output aspect. And at the same time, it also doesn't help Aizen that his SA1 and 2 are quite mediocre, and his SA3 also isn't really the best. Now, it is also worth mentioning his SA3, the charge effect, does have a very unique, fan service effect in terms of the charge ability, where if you hold it down for 22 seconds, you will be enchanting the full Kurohiseki. So, it's actually really cool. It does have, really good damage output on that SA3 if you do fully charge it, but normally, again, you're very rarely going to use this character unless you force yourself to use him. Same goes for Yamamoto. Yamamoto has a good kit, good strong attacks, doesn't have the highest damage output, and that's basically about it. There's no reason to ever use these characters unless you really do like them, which is perfectly fine. You can get these characters to work, but in terms of new players that are maybe just summoning for what's meta and not what you really particularly want, these aren't the characters, right? Yamamoto, good strong attack kit, but if you really wanted to make him work, you need to get into T20 and, maybe potentially max transcend him. Soi Fon is a character that has actually aged quite well. Soi Fon is, the thing that she lacks right now is guard break, but personally, it's not really that big of a deal. At least for Guild Quest, she is currently the best booster for the merely Aranka week of Guild Quest, her best usage, and that's where you will be using her. She's useful in Senkamon, can be used in anywhere you put her against many because she does have a good kit. That SA2 is a boost and a self-stranding vortex, providing great crowd control that can break enemies' guard. Because she is an Aranka, she doesn't need to break guard against Aranka enemies at the very least when she does have Killer, and her SA2 also does transform her, increasing the damage output that she does have while in that boost state. So Fon actually aged quite well, and is actually someone that is worth using even in today's meta. Yachiru, though, unfortunately has not really lived the best when it came to BBS. Now, she was originally the best character in the entire game. She was absolutely broken. She could auto anything you put her against, and technically she still could do that, again, if you do get dupes of her, but compared to nowadays, she has a slow nat string. She doesn't really have the fastest autoing capabilities when it comes to single player content. You can use her in Brave battles, but there's so many characters out there that just absolutely dominate her, and in Arena 2, she isn't really ideal. So Yachiru, even though she's really cool, I understand that a lot of people are massive, fans of this particular character. When it comes to practical usage, you can rarely ever use her, unfortunately. But you can use her, though. That's the main thing. You can use her. That's something you can't say about the other character, that being Yachiru. Yachiru's bad. She's not usable whatsoever. She wasn't usable back when she came out back in 2019, 2018. Nowadays, nah. She does have a pretty high possibility of getting a good resurrection that will make her usable at the very least. But in terms of, now, almost never use her. But she is a 14% recharge link, at the very least. And Kenpachi is also one more character that kind of got better over time. Now, one of Kenpachi's biggest drawback was unfortunately the fact that he didn't have Sprinter +1. So playing with this particular character was absolutely terrible. However, now because we do have bonus abilities, you can take this character T15 and give him Sprinter +1. So therefore, he can actually be usable if you do dedicate one of your bonus abilities to giving him that particular skill. He unfortunately does not inflict any stats and does have a pretty good damage output, even for nowadays, to be honest, and he does have the unique effect of having a transformation Soul Bomb, where if you do use a Soul Bomb, he goes into his Bankai state for 30 seconds, increases the damage output even more, resets his strike attacks so you can spam them, and after those 30 seconds finish and he goes into his normal form once more, he then gets his strike attacks back. The transform mechanic on a Soul Bomb is actually really OP, and we haven't had it in a very, very long time. It's been like a year and a half now since we've had a transforming character on their Soul Bomb, because it is a tad bit OP, and hopefully we can get that on you know, the anniversary. But yeah, Kenpachi's honestly still usable nowadays. Just keep in mind he doesn't affect any stat elements, so he's not really the most ideal character when it comes to inheritance shrouds. But again, once more, just like the other two Yachirus, he will be receiving a resurrection potentially sometime at the end of the year when they do decide to do 1000-year battle resurrections, so he could get quite good when it comes to that possible resurrection. But with that said, that was basically the banner breakdown. Again, I personally recommend doing the first or second step. I recommend most people skip this banner, but if you do decide to summon, good luck. Hopefully you get what you want in a very short amount of steps. For me, I'm not even doing the first multi, and that says a lot. That says a lot. I love these characters. I'm a fan of every character here, and I do want to get all of these characters eventually 5-5 because, you know, just for collection purposes. So if I can't even do a single multi in this banner, I personally can't even recommend people to, like, actually summon on this banner past step 2. With that said, though, that was the video for today. Only video for today. I'm going to take it easy for the rest of the night while we wait for that potential 7th anniversary trailer. So the next time you'll be seeing me, boys, is when we have our first hint at the 7th anniversary character. Hopefully, right? Hopefully it does drop tomorrow. Anyway, I'll see you lads then.